This person has such a good time when they are with you, with this energy of freedom. There's a sense that they can be an aspect or a version of themselves that the world usually doesn't see. And you bring this out of them very naturally. This is given the energy of like best friends and lovers. This person imagines what it would be like to live with you, what it would be like to just almost like have fun with one another in an adult relationship. There's like a naughty or like a mischievous side of this person that it feels like they're free to express with you, and it is resonant very much with kind of like aspects within you that maybe are a bit quirky or peculiar, things that maybe is not exactly everybody's cup of tea. Everybody doesn't get that side of you, everybody doesn't get that humor, or it's something that is often kind of like not encouraged or hasn't been celebrated in the past in romance. And yet with this person it feels like it aligns very much, like something within you, something within them, it's just totally in sync with one another. So this is definitely somebody that wants to have more like special moments with you. They want to build closeness with you. This is the type of person that is not letting fears or obstacles or challenges even factor into this situation. I'm hearing what fears. It's like they're not afraid of anything. They are so drawn to you. And this is just like, yeah, this is the relationship I have been waiting for. This is the type of person that I have been waiting for. This is the reason that like things never worked out with other people, because it was always supposed to be you and me. This is why I'm at this phase in my life as it is at this particular point in time, so that we could be having this experience with one another in the here and now, as perfect as it is, as imperfect as it is. They love every aspect of it. This is somebody who places no limitations at all on whatever this connection can evolve into, however fast you want to move, however slow you want to move, whatever definitions and labels you want to put upon this, or if you want something that's just very free and easy and kind of go with the flow, they're like open to whatever. This is somebody that just wants to be a part of your life. They want you to continue to be a part of their life as well. This is something where they have seen like multiple sides of you, and they find all of that to be very endearing. Even aspects of you where you might be kind of like cranky or stressed out, they don't find that to be a turn off in any sort of way. I'm hearing you get cute when you're mad. So this is something like if you've been frustrated at them, or even just kind of like, you've been venting about different sorts of things, that have gone on in your day, or, you've been telling them about things in your life. They love the way that you are very in touch with your emotions, even the uncomfortable emotions. You don't sugarcoat anything. Your level of brutal honesty is so refreshing to this person. They like the fact that you are not a people pleaser, and it encourages them as well to kind of like honor the full range and spectrum of all that they are. Kind of the more tame and docile aspects that they may sort of, present to the world in the daylight hours, and then the part of them that just kind of loosens up, becomes very free, sort of when the day is done and the duties and obligations and responsibilities have been completed. They're able to just relax. They're able to kind of like come home to themselves and decompress. Part of that decompression now involves freedom that they feel through your living example to like be themselves. Again, the quirky parts of them, the rough edges, they are not trying to hide that. They're not afraid to like show that to you, because there's a sense of like you're able to hold space for them for all that they are. And they love it when you are feeling trusting enough to kind of like let that be explored and expressed, to them and between the two of you, as well, as far as like even your dark side is concerned. This is somebody that doesn't feel that it's too much. This is somebody that's very like curious about all aspects of you, the pleasant and easy aspects and the parts of you that are more difficult to deal with. This is somebody that wants to, kind of discover everything about you. They see it as kind of like the adventure of a lifetime, going on this kind of pilgrimage to discover who you are fully as a person, as well as like who they can become in your presence. Aspects of them that have never been like freely expressed in a romantic connection, that just seem to come to the surface when they are with you at different points in time, and it works. There's like an understanding, or kind of like a symbiosis between the two of you. We also have patience. Yeah, so it feels like this is somebody who's really kind of indulging in the midst of the moment. This is not somebody, again, that holds any kind of fear in their heart as far as this connection is concerned. Feelings, deeper feelings and emotions, love within that has surfaced. They're not afraid of that. They're not turning away. They're running towards that reflection in the mirror. This is somebody that is like, yes, I have been waiting to meet someone like you that is this full package, that is that best friend and lover, that holds all of that aspect of mystery to you and within this situation, that I know I will never get bored or discouraged or tired of kind of like learning something new about you, learning something new about myself based on how I'm like showing up, or, ways in which I'm hesitant, like all of it. This person's just definitely going with the flow of this. They feel very free in this connection, but also it's like you're helping this person not to judge themselves, not to second guess themselves, which it feels like usually this person, they maybe put in a lot of effort to kind of like bottle up aspects of themselves that people in the past had sort of declared or demonstrated were just too much, were undesirable. Things where it's like, I usually don't showcase this part of my personality at all, or, very quickly, very suddenly, very soon to people, and yet it comes out very naturally with you. Things that might have just slipped out, or they're like, okay, let me just put this all out on the table, and let's make sure you still want something to do with me. We're still on the same page, so we're not wasting one another's time. And it's kind of like, to their pleasant surprise, you're just like, okay, cool, like that doesn't turn me off. Like, I find that interesting, I find that endearing. Hey, that's a little something like me. And so this is something where it's like, the more that they spend time with you, the more that there's a sense of kind of like, they feel very comfortable in their own skin, they feel very comfortable as themselves, they feel very comfortable in kind of like showcasing to you all that they are, not holding back. They do, however, want to kind of savor the moment. It's like they're eating up every moment with you, kind of like thinking back on your conversations, your experiences with one another. This is definitely somebody who daydreams about you a lot. They fantasize about you a lot. And there's a sense of kind of like, there's so many experiences that they want to have with you. They don't want to rush forth and kind of miss the special nature of each moment of discovery between the two of you, or something where this person is like they're a very self-aware person. It feels like this is somebody who, knows energy, they read energy, they understand their own energy. This is somebody who's very intuitive. They lead their life based on intuition, and it is very apparent to them that in your presence they intuitively feel drawn to you. They intuitively feel comfortable in your presence, and so this is something that it's almost like they recognize that there's something significant about that. This is something that is out of the ordinary because it doesn't happen every day with people, or it doesn't usually happen this quickly in a romantic connection. So this is somebody that is almost just basking in all of that, soaking all of that in, trusting that there is like so much more to be experienced between the two of you. And it's kind of like, what's the rush? We are right where we need to be with one another at this moment in time. But they are definitely open to, like, if you let this person know, hey, we're moving forward into the next direction of this, I want something more, I'm ready to pounce on you, I'm ready for more than what we have so far, that this is somebody that's like, okay, I'm totally open to that. Yes, I can evolve, I can adjust, let's keep going. You are somebody that is kind of like a long awaited wish. You're like the perfect person for them. We also have humor. Yeah, so this person, like, they love like your sense of humor, they love your laugh, they love your smile, they love your energy. You are able to like brighten this person's mood, seeing a picture of you, getting a text from you, listening to you, even if you're, kind of like telling them about sort of like difficult things or stressful things, you're kind of cranky, hangry, you're in a bad mood, something like that. All of that, it's like they're just taking in all of you, everything, and it's just like, wow, you're just like the perfect person. You're the perfect person for me. You help me to kind of like even shift my own focus out of my frustrations into something more lighthearted. You're definitely like a bright energy in this person's life. You are able to lift their mood. The anticipation of seeing you, or even like a few moments spent in your company, helps to put a lot of things in perspective. This feels like this person also, since they've met you, since they've connected with you, since you've been developing a relationship with one another, their priorities have changed. There's a sense of this person like worries less now that you're around. They're giving in to the energy of stress. They're tolerating less stress in their life than they had before, and this is because they've now touched upon your energy. And there's a sense of like there's something so much better than whatever I was settling for, whatever the mediocrity in my life looked like externally or internally, whatever kind of the apathy or the pessimism or the frustration. There's a whole spectrum of experiences beyond that. But there's also the sense of that they see that this connection or the energy you bring to the table, it's not just something that like spiritually bypasses, just focuses all on the positive and ignores the negative. It's like you have demonstrated to this person that you have a full range of emotions. You got a light side and a dark side, and you own all of that unapologetically. And again, it's helping this person to kind of like look at certain things in their life that maybe are sort of like out of their control or frustrations, and to just laugh at that. Just kind of accept the things for what they are, feel that full range of feelings, and then choose to kind of rise up into the experience of something more lighthearted, not in a way in which they're like turning their back or on or ignoring kind of those heavier feelings and experiences, but like it feels like this person is able to kind of process their emotions, or there's a space between the two of you where they're free to kind of process those emotions in some sort of way externally, rather than how it's been up to this point for them, which has been like an internal process. At least as far as romance is concerned, this is somebody that's never felt so free to be themselves on good days and on bad days. And this is something where it's like you've modeled that for them as well. You're not just like sitting there like a doormat, just this empty cup where they are pouring positive and negative energy into, and you're just being this neutral space. No, you've got your own personality, you got your spiciness, you got your sweetness, you've got the things in life that are so horrific all you can do is laugh. You got the things that make you cry, you got the things that make you excited. Anything that you've shared about any of that with this person has definitely been an inspiration to them to kind of like let a little more of themselves be known, not be so harsh or judgmental on kind of like a performative nature of what might be expected for them ordinarily in their life, or what had been the case in like other romantic connections. It's like they're free to be themselves. They're free to kind of just like, laugh when they don't get it right. They're free to be, very intimate with you in terms of just like sitting in the fullness of whatever they are feeling in the moment, and letting that exchange kind of like be at the forefront of your experiences with one another, trusting that this place where it's kind of like they are expressing as they are and they are receiving expressions as you are, then you kind of like move forth into something better with one another. So you're definitely like a force for good in this person's life, and they are hoping that they are a force for good in your life as well. This is somebody that wants to, again, have like more special moments, more closeness, more conversations, more experiences with one another. And there are times where they almost laugh, like, look how long it took in our lives to find one another, the journey that we had to go on, the trials and tribulations, the people that we thought that were the one, and it was only the zero, it was only the lesson, all of that we had to go through, the death and rebirth process, maybe many of those, in order to come to this place here and now, thinking perhaps all hope is lost as far as love is concerned. And here comes love, here comes that partnership. But it's not just, yay, here's my plus one, here's someone to keep me warm on those cold nights. But it's like, no, this is the full package. This is what that was worth waiting for, that it couldn't have worked out for anyone else, because you were always kind of like making your way to this moment in time, to be able to like fully receive and to give to one another, to encounter one another, to recognize one another, to hold space for one another, to build with one another into what this person anticipates will be a long-term and deeply fulfilling bond between the two of you. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.